Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. The only thing that I can say is that I doubted the Golden State Warriors again. It's the second time that this has happened. Back in 2022, when my Boston Celtics were in the NBA Finals, I doubted them, and now we're doing the same exact thing, just one playoff series later. I learned my lesson. Stephen Curry, and I'm really starting to throw this conversation out there. He might actually be the greatest point guard we've ever seen, because nobody has been able to do what he just did on that basketball court. 50 points in a game 7, the most of all time. Not in the merger, not the first point guard that's 6'3" and 34 years old to drop 50 points in a game 7. It's not like that. It's not like that. This is the only person that has ever been able to do this, ever. And he did it effortlessly. When it comes to the impact of Stephen Curry, there's nobody like it in the NBA right now. I'm talking about Jokic. I'm talking about Giannis. I'm talking about Embiid. I'm talking about Tatum. I'm talking about LeBron, Anthony Davis, whoever you want to say. Steph Curry is by far the most valuable player to his team. And I will stand on that. And anybody could debate me on that. Because when you have Andrew Wiggins going 5 for 16, Clay going 4 for 19, Jordan Poole going 3 for 9, something's gonna have to happen on the offensive side of the basketball, and Steph Curry made it happen. And it's not like this is a game where every single person stepped up alongside with Stephen Curry. He literally elevated his team to win this game. I want to say there was about 5 minutes left in the game. Stephen Curry looked dead at the camera after a timeout was called and said they can't finish. That right there is scary. And to be honest with you, I was going to go into the second round. If the Warriors would have went to the second round, I would have literally said that the Lakers were going to win. But now I can't deny the Warriors. Again, I can't say that they're going to lose. They are going to beat the Lakers. They're going to do it. They're going to go to a Western Conference Finals, and they're going to face Nikola Jokic in the Denver Nuggets. And the last time that they faced the Denver Nuggets, they won in 5. Granted, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. weren't there, but their pick and roll that they can play on Jokic will literally elevate them to the NBA Finals once again. So who knows what's going to happen with the Golden State Warriors? They can fuck around and win a championship again. They really can. I don't know what I watch. I really don't. Like, before this, I sat here in that same position for 30 seconds gathering my thoughts of what I just watched. The only thing that I got out of that was nobody was hitting their threes. Curry came out and he put the team on his back. Like how we saw Jimmy Butler do, that's exactly what Stephen Curry just did. But the one thing that I can say about Jimmy Butler is that he didn't have help. Stephen Curry had a little bit of help today, and it was by Kevon Looney, or should I say Kevon Rodman. Like 21 rebounds, and he grabbed 10 offensive boards. I remember back during the trade deadline, people were saying you need to go ahead and trade for Jakob Poeltl. I remember back in the 2020 draft where they drafted this man James Wiseman because they needed a center for the future. Kevon Looney has been in front of our eyes the whole entire time. It's literally just like the Boston Celtics when it comes to Robert Williams. I remember people were saying, oh, the Boston Celtics, they need a center, they need this, they need that, when Robert Williams was blocking shots off the bench the whole entire time. It's the exact same thing with Kevon Looney, man. 21 rebounds, 10 offensive, 11 defensive. He was everywhere tonight, and I love it. I love it. Other than Kevon Looney and Stephen Curry looking like Shaq and Kobe back in 01, nobody else really stepped up. It was them two out there playing duo squads, and they absolutely killed it. They're going on to the second round, but we got to talk about the team that lost today. Sucks for the Sacramento Kings, man. I was a Sacramento Kings fan for this whole entire series. However, the series is over, so I got to be realistic with y'all at this point. It really sucks that Game 7 has to be the time where De'Aaron Fox runs out of gas. 5 for 19 today. He did not really look that good. He tried to ramp up for the second half. That wasn't really working. At the end of the game, he tried as well. It wasn't working. But there was this one play that I want to talk about specifically with him. It was the last possession in the third quarter. There was 14 seconds left on the clock. The Kings were down by 6. De'Aaron Fox had the ball at the baseline. I believe he had either Wiggins or Poole on him, but what basically happened is he faked out the defender and he had a wide look to the basket. Like, I'm talking like he was staring at it, eye contact and everything, bro. But then he decided that he wanted to pass it to Monk. Monk pump faked from the 3, drove in, and he lost the ball, and that resulted in that Klay Thompson 4-point play that basically sealed the game for them. That pump fake and that shot that De'Aaron Fox could have taken could have put the game to 4, and they could have been battling the whole entire fourth quarter. But the fourth quarter looks completely different, solely based off of this play alone. And I feel like this was the play that basically sealed the deal. As much as there was a whole 12 minutes to be played, this play ended up hurting the Sacramento Kings a lot, man. Another thing that hurt them, Kevin Huerter had a terrible series. I remember I said, oh, Kevin Huerter is not going to play like this the whole 7 games. And that is exactly what he did, man. You proved me wrong. Just like the Warriors continue proving me wrong, Kevin Huerter continues proving me wrong, man. Come on, dude. A couple other things that hurt the Kings. Sabonis had 16 points in the first half, one of his best first half performances in the whole entire series, just to come out the second half and look like James Harden, man. It is nasty. It's nasty. 4 points, bro? 4 points? Are you kidding me? Another thing that hurt them, Malik Monk, he did not have a good shooting night at all. He only had 14 points, shooting 4 for 14 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. Just a nasty, nasty closeout game for the Sacramento Kings, bro. This is not what the Sacramento Kings look like the whole entire season. They didn't even play their best basketball this series. I feel like Game 6 was their peak game, but they were not able to top that tonight, and I feel bad. I feel so bad for Sacramento Kings fans, but they should be happy because they completely exceeded expectations this whole entire season. I don't really think that I need to make a what's next video for this Sacramento Kings team because we already know what's coming next. They're going to make some win now moves and hopefully keep that 3rd seed, or maybe even move up to the 2nd seed and 1st seed, and quite possibly win a 1st round matchup next year. That's what I'm hoping for this team. They're way ahead of schedule, way ahead than we thought that they were going to be. But their offseason starts now. The Golden State Warriors move on. Let's move on to the second game of the day. The Miami Heat ended up stealing home court advantage again in these playoffs, beating the New York Knicks 108-101, led by Jimmy Butler's 25-11. He looked great today, other than Tom Thibodeau actually loving this man, Jimmy Butler, and putting every single guy he can on him. He got doubled basically every single possession, bro. And with that double team, it inevitably slowed down Jimmy Butler. However, it didn't really work because number 1, Jimmy still got his, and number 2, you lost the game. But with that double team also came some good things for Jimmy Butler too. It opened up the perimeter for his team. Guys like Gabe Vincent, guys like Max Strus, not guys like Duncan Robinson. Also guys like Kevin Love who can come in and hit those threes, and that's exactly what they did. Gabe Vincent, he had 20 points. Max Strus came in and hit a couple threes. Kevin Love came in and hit a couple threes. But there's one role player in particular that I need to talk about, and not many people talk about him when he has his good games. Kyle Lowry came to play. He had 18 points today and had 4 blocks. You don't expect to see a guard like Kyle Lowry at the age that he's at right now have 4 blocks in a game. That right there is an anomaly itself. I don't really think that he's going to be able to do that again. However, that right there in itself was an amazing defensive performance for this man, Kyle Lowry. But back to Jimmy Butler, there was a little bit of a scare that we had with Jimmy Butler. He fell and he rolled his ankle. I believe it was in the 3rd quarter. And that right there was scary because he was slamming on the court. I was nervous that he like broke his ankle or some shit. Thank God that it's just a rolled ankle, because he told the reporter it feels like a rolled ankle, so hopefully it's a rolled ankle. And I'm hoping that it's a rolled ankle too, because I don't need this man Jimmy Butler missing any games in the playoffs. I know I have the New York Knicks winning, and we're going to get a video for the 2nd round predictions in a minute. But I do not want to see Jimmy Butler miss any game in this playoffs, man, because I need to continue seeing him do what he's been doing and performing the way that he's been performing all playoffs long. I'm gonna need that. And another thing that I'm gonna need Bam Adebayo to play better. Granted, the man did have 16 points and 8 rebounds today, which is a very solid performance from him, but I feel like there's more that he can do on the offensive side, man. And the reason why I say that is because I don't expect other guys outside of Bam and Jimmy to, actually step up and play the way that they need to play to get past the 2nd round. So if they want to get past the New York Knicks, I really do feel like we need 20 and 10 at least, or like 20 and 8 from Bam a night. However, on the defensive side of the ball, his presence down the stretch once again has been felt. The amount of times that Bam met RJ Barrett at the rim, he had a lid on that rim and he put it on there himself. He looked great defensively. Once again from Bam. But to be honest with you, that's the same old song and dance with this man, Bam Adebayo. He's amazing defensively, but when we get to the offensive side of the ball, he's not necessarily as consistent as you want him to be. And to talk about consistency, I don't know what the hell is going on with this Miami Heat team shooting threes like they were in the first round, but they came back down to reality. They only shot 33%, and they basically got killed in almost every single category besides points when it comes to this game. And this is the reason why I think the New York Knicks are going to win, is because they beat them on the boards, and they beat them when it came to points off turnovers. However, they couldn't make free throws, they couldn't make the three, and they couldn't stop turning the ball over. And all that combined is not a good recipe to win a basketball game. But do I think that this Knicks team will be able to play like this the whole entire series? I don't think they're going to, man. I do not see them shooting 20% from three the whole entire series. And in all honesty, if they do that, then kudos to the Miami Heat, because they're playing amazing defense on the perimeter. The Knicks had no Julius Randle today, and he was filled in by Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin looked pretty good today. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, and he looked really good on the offensive side of the basketball. It really did feel like the ball was moving more when Obi Toppin was checked into the game. However, on the defensive side, it was disgusting because he really did look lost out there on defense. Other than Obi Toppin, Jalen Brunson, he had 25 points, 7 assists. RJ Barrett showed up as well. He had 29 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds, damn near triple-double. However, the issue that I have with both of them is that they combined for 9 turnovers. It really did feel like this man, Jalen Brunson, was limited out there. They were taking away him getting to the rim and actually doing what he wants to do on the basketball court. That is the way Jalen Brunson plays. And the reason why he didn't really have that good of a game is because he went 0 for 7 from 3. I don't expect that from Jalen Brunson. I also don't expect Jalen Brunson to have as many turnovers as he had today. That is not him at all. He's not known for turning the ball over. He has one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the whole entire league amongst guards. So I do not expect him to have 4 turnovers damn near every single game in this series. I do not expect that at all. And once Julius Randle comes back, I feel like the focus of the Miami defense is going to shift a little bit from Jalen Brunson over to Julius Randle. Now, that does not mean that Julius Randle will have a good series, because I still don't think he's going to have a good series. But that means that Jalen Brunson will probably see a little bit more single coverage in this game rather than seeing a double team almost on every possession. But that's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that I can film a second round predictions for you guys. Let me know if you guys want to see that, but this is going to go up right after the Kings and Warriors game. But that's all I got for y'all today. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.